VCSL Introduction. Learn about the Visual Communication and Sign Language VCSL checklist for children who are deaf or hard of hearing. On screen, a young girl smiles while raising her hands over her head.
Hello everyone, my name is Camille Jeter and this would be my sign name. I'm an ASL specialist with a master's degree in sign language education. I've also been teaching for approximately 30 years, and I've been teaching ASL literacy, world language, and ASL and deaf studies for K-12. And I am the original member of the Lead K core team. And I'm always an advocate for deaf and hard of hearing children.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rebecca Lozar. This is my sign name. I am a CODA, child of deaf adults. I'm a teacher of the deaf for about 20 years now, mostly in early childhood. I'm a certified interpreter, and like Camille, I'm an advocate.
So let me tell you about us. In Michigan, we have the Lead K committee. Rebecca and I are working closely with that committee and gathering resources, materials, etc. for parents, guardians, and for young deaf and hard of hearing children and their families.
We are proud to be Michigan's first VCSL certified trainers and assessors. We were certified by the National ASL and English Bilingual Consortium for Early Childhood Education. Camille and I became certified by participating in 50 hours of training that was coordinated by REAL, the Regional Early Acquisition of Language. It was all over the U.S., it was online, and took about 6 months to complete. At the end, we met in Kentucky for 3 days for more in-depth training. Now that we are certified, it means that we can evaluate deaf and hard of hearing children using VCSL. We can collect data to generate language reports. We can provide workshops for other personnel, provide training so that you all can become VCSL evaluators, and also provide workshops to families.
VCSL is the first assessment that is used. It's easy to follow because they do provide a checklist for efficient data collection. VCSL is used for ages birth through 5. It can be used for older children and younger children, depending on their language gaps. It's also used to document children's language acquisition as well. From this, we are able to assess and create a plan on a spreadsheet to create a list of the process of their language acquisition. It's not a step-by-step instruction curriculum guide. It's not a standardized program. It's quite different than that. The purpose of the VCSL is that it is a unique tool that is used to track the language acquisition and development of children who use a signed language. From that, data is collected, which can assist in providing more information in reference to the IFSP and or the IEP. Also, it identifies a child's language development through a list of their milestones. Also, it assists in planning that language-rich development that happens in a visual language, and it helps them acquire language visually. Also, it does support the ZPD, which is also called the Zones of Proximal Development. What this means is, if you notice there is a gap in the language acquisition, this is a way to create lessons to address those gaps in language so that they're able to acquire language more efficiently. To help recognize a child's language acquisition might also identify additional disabilities.
Now we're going to discuss who could use VCSL. It's a formal evaluation of any child's language, but it should be done by a professional who works with those children every day or quite often. You need to see the child often to track their language development. This could be a family support specialist, an early childhood educator, a deaf mentor, an ASL specialist, or an SLP who can sign. Other professionals who only visit the child maybe once a month or once a week would not be an appropriate evaluator for VCSL. This is not a quick checklist that can be done on one visit. This is an assessment that follows language acquisition over time throughout a year. There needs to be a team that works together with the assessment, but it's also important to have a deaf individual or someone who has native signing skills as a part of that team. So you know now, Gallaudet does require that anyone who uses VCSL be certified. And that means that we can continue to use VCSL as an assessment, but we must be certified evaluators. To become certified, you have to complete the VCSL evaluation training by a certified trainer. Here in Michigan right now, we have 2 of those certified trainers, myself and Camille. Once you complete that training and fill out the application, send the fee to Gallaudet, and then the NASLEEC will issue you a certification.
The VCSL trainers have requirements. They are the following. They have to be fluent in ASL. They have to score at least a level 4 on the ASLPI. Also, it's required to have a master's degree in education or in a related field. Also, a bachelor's degree with experience can be considered. Working with children between the ages of 0 to 5 on a regular basis is required as well. The knowledge of ASL and English to be able to assess their language in ASL to see their development, and also to see if their milestones are being reached and understood. We want to make sure that we are able to understand language from them and vice versa. And also we want to watch how they socially interact with other children as well as part of that language milestone development. And lastly, we have to be able to understand their IFSP and also the IEP.
Why should you become a certified VCSL evaluator? Data. Data collection is number 1. Having that data on our child's language development is important. How can we improve their language if we don't know where to start? If the assessments are done incorrectly, it could affect the children's language development. You will also get training consistent with other deaf and hard of hearing professionals all around the U.S. You will have access to computer-based assessments with the reports. Your name and credentials will be on a national database. Really, the number 1 reason why is because our children deserve the best. There are many assessments used all over, and they require formal training and certification. VCSL is just the same. We need to make sure that our deaf children have professionals with high language standards.
So Rebecca and I, we want you, yes, all of you out there, to come join us. We do. Are all of you ready?
Are
you ready? We're ready. Rebecca and I would love to train you. We would love to assist on expanding the VCSL here in the state of Michigan with more evaluators. That is our strong desire here in Michigan. We want to be able to support and assist during this exciting journey.
Remember those 5 requirements, the ASLPI, the master's degree, all of those requirements were established by Gallaudet. We are looking forward to possibly having a training in 2025, but remember, those of you who are interested must meet those 5 criteria. Reach out to us anytime you have questions about the VCSL, about training, about scheduling your ASLPI, or even about the application process. We are very excited to help you all join us on this journey.
Yes, our deaf and hard of hearing children deserve only the best of the best when it comes to language acquisition and communication.
Only the best.
Yes.
Learn more at MDE-LIO.org. Find more videos, get resources, and learn how MDE-LIO can support you.